Hi guys, welcome back to day 27 of JKT Gaming's The Advent Calendar. My goodness, we've only got so many left. It's almost over. It's getting there. Alright, what do we have to build? The walls! We're finally at the walls! Oh my god. Give me the walls! It's been so long. I can finally put the gate in. Finally put the wall. No. No, no, no. No. I'm at the point in my life where I think the wheel hates me. Alright, please be a good side block at least. Don't do dirt. I can't do honey and dirt. It's just not possible. I could do jungle. Jungle's doable. I'll work that. Sorry, I'm eating. I'm hungry. Alright. So the best way I could think of to do this is I'm going to build a wall segment, I'm going to build a tower segment, and I'm going to build the gate. Then we are just going to copy and paste that around. And the best idea I could come up with is, because I don't want to use raw honey, because it's semi-see-through. Though I could have gotten away with some really cool effects. So I did honeycomb, which is still technically honey. And then I fucked up for a second, because I was like, oh, that math's wrong. And then I broke it. So I've got this. I'm going to do a honeycomb base, really tall as you can see. It already is taller than most of the buildings inside. And normally what I do walls, I bring the height up to match the ground. In this one, I'm going to keep the top the same height all the way around. Which is why this is so ridiculously tall. So I think we're at level with the roof of the tavern, which is the tallest building technically, due to it being on the highest platform of ground. But we're going to do honeycomb base, we're going to put shroom lights in the bottom, or maybe glowstone, I haven't decided yet. And we're going to overgrow the top. So we're going to put a bunch of leaves on the top, so it is canopied. And then I also bring in some mangrove just to break it up, bring it in some more color than honeycomb. Because right now it's very yellow and brown. And by the end of this, I'm starting to hate the color yellow. Okay, here we go. Got the leaves going on. And because it is a copy and paste pattern, it does look very uniformy. I have to go around and fix them up. I wanted to spot touch some of them. But it's fine. It's okay looking. Even if it is uniformy, the segments are large enough, we break it up with the towers. It looks okay. And a lot of that top there is bottom slabs, so again, it's not going to spawn anyway. You can't spawn leaves. It's fine. I do add some light on the inside later. There's a lantern against that middle post. And here's the shroom lights. Do I regret my decision to do the trapdoors the way I did? With the clasp on the bottom? Yes, because building this later, this is the actual segment. When I go around the wall, that segment's in the ground. So I have to come back and fix it all. It sucks. There's a fence gate in there with a lantern in it, and I'm just trying to make sure, as I said, this is a segment thing, so I have to make sure it doesn't come too far out. I have to have a sheer end. Alright, tower. With the towers, the way I made them starting to have one opening, and then I realized that's not going to work, or I'm just gonna have to keep turning the towers and it's gonna look really funky. So I made it eventually so that every side is the outside, and I have to go back in through every single tower later, and I'm gonna have to fix the entrance to the tower. Because there is a way in. There's a way up here. And that's through the towers, because all these walls are almost pretty much connected. The only time you can't get through is through the main gate. You can't get across over the top of the main gate. You're on one side or the other. And the rail station, I haven't figured out how I want to connect that, because it's a very tall, very large gap. Either way, that side, that area is going to have to be customized anyway. And the streamlight's back in. Now these ones are out further, where the honeycomb on the other one is the 3 wide. These are 5 by 5 honeycomb. So the tower is physically larger, and you'll see that bump out when we look at the wall later. There we go. Got the signs going around. And that trapdoor is the way in. It goes all the way to the bottom, and there's a spruce door on the opposite side we're looking at. That's more of like a template where I can see it. And that way I know I can break into the wall to make it show that the guards can get up here. Now this tower was doing my ass. Oh, I'm out of Coke. Open the new bag. Because I want it taller than the rest of it, right? Obviously. In my head it like peaks, but it can't really peak with this overgrown stature, so either I don't overgrow the towers, or I don't have that peak. I do bring in windows though, because I think these jungle trapdoors are one of the prettiest in my opinion. So, the game's giving me an opportunity to use them, I'm gonna use them. I just realized, imagine having to build... Maybe if this is popular, if you guys like these enough, maybe that's going to be our next one. My original idea is, if this was popular and you guys liked it, is I would expand the world. I would make it bigger. So like, instead of, obviously it wouldn't be every day, I don't have the lifespan to do that. Probably be like, maybe twice a month, every second week we would do one. But it would be like, I would expand the map essentially. I would look at what there is and I would pick some spots and be like, here's like castle, the king lives here in the castle town, and we would go through the town like we did here. Or here's, because this is the little lord. I imagine this is like some kind of baron or something, but he's a very rich baron. That's the lore in my head. Very rich little baron. Alright, now we're gonna do the gate. The wall is still there, that wall is moving. Because obviously, I didn't know how I was gonna line up this gate originally, and I am bringing my circle in because I was very excited about my circles. I wanted that loop road. So we're keeping it. I'm also trying to... I don't want to go into my menu to find all these blocks, so I'm literally just walking over there. And if I click on the block to bring over... It made it both annoying and easier. And I see it now. I don't see it right now as I'm building it. But it's off by 1. And when I do this arch in a second, you will see that I notice it, and I'm trying to figure out where I messed up. What's the left curve? Or the right curve is the one I didn't want, the left curve is the one I did. And here's the arch where I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I found it. That also means this side has to come in. like, I feel like that's a wide enough path for a main gate, right? Like, it's pretty tall. Horses can easily walk under here. Camels should also be able to easily walk under here. Also, originally I imagined the main gate to be much bigger than anything. I want these bigger than the towers, but then it looked good little, so I kept it little. And we got the pillars so that you can come walk onto the gate, but you can't walk past the gate. The fences. Part of me really wishes I used fences instead, because they're just easier to deal with in place. Alright, we got shroom lights inside, because we're also going to place honey. Actual honey. I also originally wanted to do a whole moat, but this took me, this whole building process of building these 3 segments and putting in the walls we had took me like 5 hours. Mainly because I had to keep getting up. There was some weird stuff going on in my house. So 5 hours. Could have been faster. I'm pretty sure actually building this I could have cut that down to like 3. But it's still a large process because again, lots of this is from scratch. I had a basic plan but not a full plan. I do like the honey. I like the honey strips. I wish I put those into the wall and tower segments. I'm playing with this. I don't like it. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Looks decent so far. We need some texture dough and we need to finish the other tower. Oh, sorry. Alright, stairs, half slab. We got our little stripe. There we go. Put myself a little bit higher so you can see up here. Talk to the spider for a bit. So I got bamboo with buttons here, and I do play around with this. I think I put windows here for a while, and then I moved it to not windows, and then I put windows back. There was a lot going on in that middle segment. Alright. It's a weird build. And I tried to do dripping honey, didn't like it. And then I remembered something I used to do when I was younger. And I built a lot of castles. Is the fence gates. The fences and the gates. Well, fences at the time, there were no gates yet. Putting them on the edges to make it look like it was an actual gate coming down. If you were good with redstone, you could actually bring a gate up. But that's a pain in the ass, and I don't want to play with redstone in this, or that's going to expand this series by like 100 years. Alright, overgrow. We don't need to do the sides on the gate, obviously, because it's going to be covered by walls. And I also, part of me wanted to put towers right on the side of the walls, but was not done, mainly because it looked weird. Because the towers are so much taller. So we kept it as the walls, and then towers are later on. Towers are mostly in corners except for 1 or 2 segments. Where it's just a long straight stretch, so we put a tower in. My goodness. Alright, now up here. Up here is blank and I hate it. So fences don't look nice. Making it taller doesn't look nice. I'm very unhappy. I put buttons on it and I was okay with it, but the legs were too tall at this point. I'm like, no. Put the fence gates back. Or the trapdoors back. Alright, I'm happier. Put the buttons in. I also did change these to closed logs instead of open. Okay, I'm not mad anymore. So now, this is a really weird montage. You're just gonna see a lot of clicking to the point where I don't think it's It's just clicking. I put the tower in the wrong spot and we had to fix it. It was too far to the left. It didn't line up to the wall properly and it was upsetting me. So fixing that was an ordeal. Yeah, so you're just gonna see a lot of just going boop 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 boop. Like that. Like that. Yep, it's just gonna go that. Part of me wishes I did take a larger segment. But I'm also glad I didn't. So we're hugging this wall as much as I can. It gets to the point where there is only a 1 block gap between the tavern, and it's actually touching the library. I think I really like it whether it's touching the library. Yeah, so those rooms in the inn are now just wall. Here's what I was talking about with the railway. It comes right up close to it. The wall would actually go through that entryway. And I'm trying to figure out where this would line up properly to get the tower in. There we go. And we are leaving the side behind the brick houses open because it's the only side we can use now. The gate cuts off this side. I am still going to build in that weird open area I have. And that's as far as I'm going. I don't know where I should turn or not. I don't know if I need to connect to the portal or not. Anyway, here we go. It's kind of what the wall looks like. As you can see, it is a repeating pattern. It looks kind of funny. And I did do this outside. You can see what it would look like once I continue the pattern. The shroom lights and the gates are brought up. And they go back down along the log surfaces. And as I said, I need to fix those. Here's a village. There's a wandering trader just trapped in there. But on the outside I came up to this back corner, and the inside I only did the part by the tavern. I didn't do any of the backs here. Some of these are proper just because that is actually the correct level. It dips down. You can see the hugging this wall as close as I can because that's just how I love it lined up. Touching the library, I really do actually enjoy the fact it's touching. And we did a mini gate. This is just a really tiny gate. It's the tiny door. And it's just built into the wall. Look at that. And we've got the tavern. The railway. I said I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I just want to like do a little wall so that it comes right to the wall of it, or if I want to completely enclose it so like it's part of a wall now. I'm unsure. So let's go check out the inside of this gate because you guys didn't see the backside. Only I saw the backside. And it looks almost identical to the front. But you can see inside we've got honey blocks, we've got shroom lights, we've got shroom lights in behind the honey, so you got a weird effect. And we'll go inside when I can find a way to get in. Not really an easy way in. Except that one. And we got our little fences, we've got the lanterns. They're in the middle of the big segment that I made. So it is actually working. It is a nice repeating pattern. It's completely lit even though it doesn't matter. Alright, next one. Beady craft. Questionable texture. Not mad though. So we got the honey on the inside. You can't really see through honey in beady craft too well, so it doesn't matter too much. And let's go look up here. Junglewood is this really weird orangey pink color. It's like a mix between acacia and cherry in my opinion, and I love and hate it. Got the outside segment. I'm going to showcase this main corner counter here because in my opinion it's just a really nice tower where you get to see all the detail. But even though I didn't fix the inside of the tower yet, I was so tired. It was 11 o'clock at night by the time I finished just doing this much. And I was like, I am tired of seeing the color yellow. There we go. We've got our little gate with our honey. I didn't do shroom lights on the inside of this one like the others. I might come back and fix that. I might not. We've got our rail station gate, which is nice, and we'll go look at the inside of the gate again. And this way with this weird overlap you guys can see some of the crazy textures of the older builds. in the 2 new packs that we added. Alright. Inside gate again. The jungle does look really nice with the honeycomb. I am glad we got jungle instead of something like cherry. Alright, alacrity. Alacrity, the honey looks more like gold, which I'm not mad about. I love the leaves. I love the jungle planks. I don't know how I feel about jungle wood. It looks like rock. Kinda weird. But it does look good. Like, here's our random tower that's not on a corner. It looks really nice. It looks really good. But we already discovered Alacrity is very much an outside mod. Resource pack. I don't know why I call it a mod. Very much an outdoor resource pack. It is, everything's a little bit more pale, a little less vibrant, I guess is a better word. Which I'm not mad about. Not everything in life is super bright and colorful. Got our little gate. Liquid gold honey. And the fence gates are much more like fancy. So they do look really good as well. Man, it really is. Yeah, everything is like just a little bit toned down. Like we still got a lot of color, but it's just toned down in vibrance. Look at that. Still looks good. Still looks really good. Still happy. Alright, let's go for the one that's going to hurt my eyes. Let's see Tuniverse, please. Yep. Yeah, it hurts my eyes. Yeah. Who would have thought? I like Junglewood here, though. Like, this is nice. They turned Junglewood into a much more yellowy gold color, and they kept the circly trapdoors. What they did to Honeycomb, I'm not sure, but it still looks nice. It's just way too... For Alacrity, everything is toned down in vibrance. This one's way too vibrant. It's very cartoony, but I think that's the point. Look at that. Leaves are so green. And yeah, there is a lightning rod on top of every tower that I kept as part of the schematic. So, that is just to ensure if we do get lightning, hopefully that should cover all of them. And our little gate in the orange wall, it is very gold. My goodness. Yeah, there is podzol right up behind the fences, the walls, the trapdoors. Again, you can't really see into the honey, even though there is shroom lights behind the honey in that one. It is a semi-transparent block, so light does shine through no matter what. There we go. So pink. That is so pink against the yellow. My goodness. You can see into the square, you can see the market, you can see our concrete houses and the bakery. Bakery looks okay, but if any texture pack makes oak look bad, I would be concerned for its livelihood. Look at that gate. It makes me both mad and happy. Alright, the brown mod. Brown texture pack. Give me the brown. I know you're gonna give it brown. Brown in a good way. It's more chocolatey. Acceptable. Acceptable browns. Good job, Coven. Good job. And you didn't make honeycomb brown. Get some of the detail of the trapdoor. It still looks good. It still looks very good. Honeycomb is very vibrant, my goodness. And I love the leaves. The leaves just look great. I don't have fancy leaves on, just so you guys know. I think they're fast or something. Just because we want to be able to run. It does look, yeah, it's a much more chocolatey than the weird rock brown we've been getting in the rest of it. Salt. Man, the manor looks more evil by the day. I need to finish this manor. We've got our other tower that's touching the library. Again, quartz is brown too. And our little gate. Look at that. There's your tiny little gate. Honey looks nice though. Yeah, Coven, you did good. This is an acceptable level of brown. Look at that. Oh, you can see there is a lot of fog because it's just now a very large city and it's going to get bigger. Even though we only have, like, what, 4 days? 8, 9, 0. 4 days left. We only got 4 more builds left, guys. Oh, shit. And there's the inside of our main gate. You can't really see the shroom lights, but honey is pretty. And the shroom lights on the outside look more like honey than the inside. Those are our walls. Well, most of our walls. Kind of missing over there still. Just ends. I'm gonna put a tower here because I don't know if I'm gonna turn or go straight, but if we have a tower there, at least it'll cover the quote-unquote lightning rods. But for our next build, because we have this weird empty space over here, we're going to build in this L somewhere. Because we've got the road to nowhere by the leather worker. And I would like to have that road either loop to the front or continue looping back here, depending on the side of the build, obviously. I don't know what we're gonna get. I did take some more away a few days ago, I think on Christmas Day. But we still have a lot. We still have more housing. We still have a lot more housing. I think we got gardens. We got a lot. But until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night now. Bye.